All right, ladies and gentlemen, we say that businesses that do not require your presence are actually known as investments. And we have a lot of businesses that they are not going to require your presence for that business, maybe to generate some income or so, or maybe, to run smoothly and so on and so on. So we have a lot of businesses that you can start even when you are employed and they are not going to require your presence. You just need to be there to verify the work that is being done, probably to verify the financial statements, or maybe to check if the persons or the people that you have employed in that particular business are actually working to your satisfaction or not. And in this particular video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you 5 businesses that you can start and they are not going to require your presence. And of course, even when you are at workplace, you are simply going to enjoy, because you'll be working for someone else, and then on the other hand, someone else is working for you. And that means that you have money working for you. And actually, when money is working for you, it's simply known as investments. All right. If you want to find out what these businesses are, right, here we are. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, business number 1, we are talking about farming. Right? You have ever heard of farming? And I believe that most people, even those who are watching this video right now, they are farmers. And when we talk about farming, we talk about plant farming, and we can also talk about animal farming. You realize when you decide to do farming, you're just going to, for example, just to give you an example of plant farming, like maize farming, potato farming, tomatoes and onion farming, pyrethrum and so on, any kind of farming. Do you want to tell me that you're going to be there until you see that they have grown and now it has come, the time has come for harvesting? And no, you're not going to be there. Actually, we have a lot of people in Nairobi. They are just minding their own business. They are working at Nairobi, but they have farms at home and they are being managed by other people. When we say that when you start a business that is not going to require your presence, it simply means that you are going to employ someone else to do that work for you, and then you pay them, of course. And these people, they have to be professionals in that particular or in that specific area. So when it comes to farming, you plant something like onions, and then the planting and whatever and the growth and maintenance is done by somebody else. And you just need to go and check how the work is doing, verify and maybe correct where necessary. Or if you feel that the employees are not working to your satisfaction, you can hire them and you can fire and rehire at the same time. All right. Animal farming like goat, sheep, dairy farming and pigs, rabbit and such. These are things that does not require you to be there for them to survive. You just need to employ someone to look after them, to feed them, maybe to protect them in terms of diseases, to manage risk. And your work is just to give instructions and to check whether the work is being done. So farming is the first business that you can do comfortably, even when working at your workplace or maybe wherever you are, without needing to be there. And of course, you're still going to get your income. Business number 2, we are talking about real estate. Yeah, real estate. Everybody knows what real estate is, so I don't have to explain this actually. And you realize when it comes to real estate, this one involves building and construction of rentals and places of residentials and so on and so on. And of course, in this particular business, you don't have to be there. Once you have put up a structure, you just need to employ someone or maybe an agency that is going to manage your property. And the agency is going to manage your property for you. It's going to collect rental income for you. It's going to maintain the income for you. So your work is just to manage to check and verify and see how your property is being, kama kuna corruption and so on and so on. So you don't have, you necessarily don't have to be there for you to collect income and such. But you realize real estate business is something that is going to require huge capital and it's going to be capital intensive. So at least, again, this one can be, in terms of capital, you have to be careful on that. So That is real estate. It's another good business. It's another good business that you can start, and it's not going to require your presence. Number 3 is gym or physical training centers. Now, just to give an example of me, I'm not a trainer, or I'm not a physical fit, or whatever, what we call it. I'm not a trainer. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to open a gym. I can open a gym, buy all the equipments that are needed, probably look for a professional who knows all the equipments and which one are the best quality. And then the professional person is going to guide me on how I'm going to buy those items, and maybe recommend me to someone who sells them at a cheaper price. And then, of course, I'm going to hire the same person who guided me to be a gym instructor. All right. So in every business that you open and it's not going to require your presence, then you have to make sure that there is a person who is professional in that specific area. So again, you can open a gym, buy equipments, pay rent, and your work is just to observe, verify, and correct where necessary. And of course, you earn your income even hata ukitoka Kenya uende, your business is still running, and because you're just going to verify whether it's being done well. All right, that is number 3. Number 4, we are talking about chemist, or what we call a medical center. Now, John is not a doctor, but it doesn't mean that I cannot open a chemist. What do I do? Why do I need to do? I don't have medical license. I'm not a doctor. I cannot treat someone. But does it mean that I cannot open a chemist or a medical center? Of course I can. As long as I have money, I can be able to do this. But I'll be able to employ professionals who are good in this, people who have qualified, people who have licenses to operate these particular businesses. And of course, those are professionals, and they are going to run the business for me. And me, I'm just going to sit at home, enjoy, and my work is just, kazi yangu ni kungoja pesa ingie, I pay the employees, and then I enjoy the rest of the money. And of course, those are what we call investments. So a chemist is another business that you can start, and you can work wherever you are without minding what is going on here. Your work is just to verify whether it's being done correctly and whether the funds are being managed well. So a chemist is another business that you can start, and it's not going to require your presence. Then lastly, number 5, but not the least, then we are talking about buying and renting assets. Buying and renting assets. Now, you can buy and rent assets. For example, you can buy land and lease the land. When you buy and lease, then you get passive income, all right? When you buy a car, for example, if you buy a bus and take it to Super Metro in Nairobi, and the Super Metro is going to be paying you per month, are you there driving that car? Or are you there driving that bus? Or maybe you buy an Uber car and then you put it to an Uber company, and then the Uber company is going to pay you. You are not there driving. Actually, you're just minding your own business. And by then, you'll find some of these organizations that are even going to maintain your assets. So you can buy assets and rent them to other people to utilize them. And of course, you get your money at the end of the month, or maybe at the end of the period that you have agreed with that particular person, based on the contract that you have entered into. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are 5 businesses that you can comfortably start and earn money without needing to be there for you to make income. And actually, you just need to be there to verify and check whether it's being done correctly and check the corruption. Sana sana corruption ndio inafanyanga watu waogope. So manage the risk and so on and so on. But when you start a business and hire someone to manage it for you, make sure that that person is a professional person, and it's a person that you can be able to trust. My name is John, a professional accountant. Thank you so much for listening to me. We meet in our next video. In case you have a question, put it in the comment section, and I'm going to be able to answer you. In case you need to see me privately, just text me or inbox me in my WhatsApp. My contact is on the bio. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.